Penelope, you look delightful.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming on. Now, I understand that you were listening to the first part of the show and you found my accent and the speed with which I talk quite hard to follow.
Yeah, but see, now I understand you, which I'm very happy about, because I'm also jet-lagged, like Beck.
Where have you flown in from?
From LA, and I got here last night.
Okay. Do you live in LA now?
Well, my main home is Madrid, you know. That's really my home, where my family is, my friends, and I also have a home in LA, and I'm a little bit between the two places.
I've been to Madrid. I thought it was lovely. I'll tell you what I noticed about Madrid. This is the observation of a foreigner in your city. Number one is, load of Spanish people there. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two is, what weird hours people keep there, because they seem to...
Yes.
What time do they eat normally at dinner in the evening in Madrid?
10:30.
Yeah, that's so late.
But what is weird for me is the opposite. Like in LA, the dinners are at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I will never get used to that.
But
I refuse to.
But how do the Spanish people, you eat at 10:30, and then what, they go out clubbing and stuff?
No, but that's more of a myth, you know, like people think we take naps every day in Spain.
With a big hat. You have a hat you sleep under?
More in Mexico, but anyway, people think that's true.
Happen.
It's true that we eat very late, and everything is later. The stores open later, the banks open later, everything opens 10 o'clock, then everything closes for a couple of hours, and everything is open again until 8.
But that's kind of weird for us, because if you wanted to go somewhere, how do you know it's not nap time? How do you know? Does everyone agree when they're going to have their little hat with the nap and the sleeping?
Everything is closed from 2:30 to 5.
Okay,
so you
2:30 till 5. Okay,
it's closed.
And then it opens from 5:30 till when?
From 5 to 8.
Okay,
and then 8:30 is open again.
Home, a little nap.
Not a napping.
Yes, probably. Little nap, and then out to eat.
Then out to eat 10.
And then another nap.
And then another long nap.
Do you nap in LA?
No.
Okay. Is this the longest you've ever talked about napping in your adult life?
Yes, for sure.
Well, now, we'll talk about the new movie you have coming out over here called Don't Move. Now, this is an Italian film. You're Spanish, of course.
I'm Spanish and I play an Italian.
You speak Spanish, but you play an Italian. You speak Italian. Did you speak it already, or did you learn it for the part?
I spoke a little bit, but I had to train very hard for the movie because I had to lose my accent completely.
Now, the movie, it's about as Italian as a film can get, I feel. It's very European in its flavour and its style. It's kind of got... There's a lot of big drama in it and a lot of emotion in it, which presumably is one of the things that attracted you to it, is it?
Well, I also feel it's a very universal story, what it talks about. I think you can feel identified with all of the characters, and it's a story that broke my heart when I read it. It's probably one of the most incredible experiences that I've had in my career.
I suppose, really, it's a love story at the very heart of it, isn't it?
It's a very peculiar love story, but it is.
Are you fiery?
I do have a temper, but I don't get angry a lot. The problem is that when I get angry, which is like once or twice a year, people laugh because they don't see it, and I don't know why. From the outside, it might look very funny because I've had this problem with my family, with friends, boyfriends. They always laugh when I get really angry.
Okay, well, now why do you think that is? Is it because you're a small person, do you think?
Maybe because of the rage is so big and I'm tiny and I don't get angry a lot, so they don't expect that.
We have a Chihuahua at home at the moment.
You're not comparing me with her.
Well obviously not. We have a cat as well. I was just making small talk. Well, we have a Chihuahua, okay? It's a sweet little long-haired Chihuahua. But when it gets angry, it's ridiculous. Because it's so small, but it obviously thinks it's a big dog and it's going... Grrr, grrr, and you just pick it up and put it over there. And maybe that's what they're thinking. What's she going to do? What's the worst she can do? Maybe bite my knee.
I don't know, maybe. I know I do weird things like kick furniture, or once I was eating a plate of bacon and I threw the bacon at my best friend.
You threw bacon at your friend?
And then I threw shoes at her, and of course she started laughing, then we hugged each other and the discussion was over. Because
you see, that's what we miss here in England. We don't get bacon shoe-related fights and then hugging. Now, when was the last time you lost your temper then?
I don't even remember. I think a couple of years ago.
Do you have a way of controlling your temper then? What do you do if you feel yourself getting angry? How do you calm yourself down?
I try to go take a walk and breathe and be by myself a little bit and
get away
be
from
objective about it.
George, you listening? Because you could do with some calming down, I suspect. Next time Elton says something, go for a hike. All right? Now, let's talk about a friend of yours who you've just made a movie with, Salma Hayek. She's a Spanish-speaking actress, but she's Mexican originally, I believe. Is that right? She's
Mexican.
Okay. There's the two of you together. I admire seeing her in films. I could look at that photograph all day. Now, what's this film you've just made together? It's called Bandidas?
Bandidas.
Okay. And where did you shoot it?
We shot in Mexico for 4 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard that you had a problem getting into Mexico. There was a problem with the flight?
Yeah, we left for a week and we went to LA, and then when we were coming back to Mexico, we had an emergency landing.
So this is you and Salma in the plane together?
And my father and 2 of my best friends.
Yeah, that's great. I'm more interested in Salma, to be honest with you.
Well, my father,
Yeah, I'm pleased they were well, but let's talk about you and Salma. So I'm imagining you're sitting next to each other, is this right?
Yes.
Wow, what a treat that is. And did you notice you got more service on the plane than anyone else? Did you get offered more nuts, more soft towels, that kind of stuff than the other people?
We didn't get offered anything,
No?
because the stewardess were acting very strange. And we were looking at some stupid fashion magazine, and then we saw this stewardess carrying an oxygen bottle.
That's not a thing you want to see on a flight, really.
No, but we thought, that's not for us. He was maybe taking it from one closet to the other.
Yeah.
But what is interesting is that it was Halloween, and we were all wearing masks and wigs, and then the oxygen mask came down.
Right.
So we thought maybe it's part of the joke for Halloween.
Yeah, it would be a nice way of a pilot scaring you on Halloween, yeah.
Yeah, we thought, this is not going to happen. This just doesn't make any sense. And
Well, you wouldn't think it was going to happen to you anyway, would you, when that happens, I guess?
at the beginning, no. I got very nervous, and I put the mask on when I saw everybody in the plane had it on. But Salma looked at it, and she kept writing the immigration card, the costume card thing?
Customs card.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she's a cool cookie then.
She kept writing, like, she did. You know how some people get nervous if they don't react?
They pretend it's not going on.
Yeah, but then she realized I didn't talk like, for 20 seconds, and then she thought that was really strange. So she looked up again. She saw I was looking at her with the mask on, and then she put it on, and I had a huge nervous attack.
I don't
when
blame you. So what happened with the plane? It was just, it was in danger? The what?
How's
The
that word?
espresso machine, bro.
Despressurization.
Hardly worth getting
Despressurization.
upset about. Oh,
You know
the
what I'm saying?
pressurization in the cabin.
Yes.
Right.
That's what
Because the
happened.
espresso you can live without. But the air you need. Although I know Italian and Spanish women, they love the coffee. Mi dispiace, no espresso.
No, but despressurization. And
So what
the
did the-
plane goes like that, and
Because they have to bring it down lower, don't they?
Yes, and I was really confronting the possibility, thinking, okay, if this happens, I was just worried about my family. I want them to be okay. I don't want it to happen, but if it happens, I just want to be alert and in present time to see whatever is coming.
Really?
I was really thinking like that, and I was impressed with myself until they said, okay, we're going to land in Hermosillo. And where is Hermosillo? And when we saw we were really landing, took the mask off, scream and cry, and I was crying for 5 straight hours. Salma was like, where is the bar? Well, I decided to go and talk to strangers.
Okay.
Because the people that were with me they have no more patience for me.
Well, they've been through it as well, I guess. They weren't that impressed.
No, they were much more relaxed. They said, but let me go to the bathroom. That already...
And did your life flash before your eyes? Did that sort of thing happen? They say that when people think they're going to go...
Nothing about the past. For me, it was all about the future. Like, make sure my family's okay. I hope they will be okay. My biggest wish was that. And then, like, trying to be very alert to see what was coming, if something was coming. I was really not worried for me.
Yeah. Oh, that shows you in a very good light, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised about that reaction, but it's like, you girls, you want to live your life like 100% every day. It really happens.
Seize every opportunity.
No, opportunity of seeing, seeing and learning.
Yes, that's what I meant. See every opportunity.
Opportunity of what?
Well, don't keep saying, I'm trying to agree with you, for God's sake. So, Bandidas, is that finished, that film now?
It's finished.
Okay.
It's going to come out in the summer.
Okay, you've got a lot of films coming out at the moment. I mean, we've got Sahara is coming out.
Next month.
And that's a kind of action-adventure film, isn't it?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of the energy of Indiana Jones,
And you co-star that with Matthew McConaughey, okay, who I met once years ago. I think he's a great fella, really good fun. He was arrested for naked bongo drumming once, wasn't he?
Well,
he was.
Did he admit to you that
Yes,
that happened?
he was caught naked playing the bongo drums.
Did that ever happen to you?
Not recently.
I just like the
No, hold on, let me think, just in
pictures
case I'm missing something. I understand that making films must be, at times, great fun, exciting, and a challenge, of course. At other times, there are long periods, especially big-budget movies with special effects, where you don't get to do much. How do you while away the time? Do you knit? Do you read? What do you do?
Well, there are always things to do on the set, because right now I'm working in 4 different languages, so I always have a teacher next to me.
Wow.
I'm always working with a dialect coach or some kind of teacher for something. In Sahara, I had to learn so many different things. I had to learn how to ride a camel, gallop a camel.
You gallop on a camel? That's a real talent.
Well, I thought they were crazy when they asked me to do that. But
But they didn't know what they were dealing with here. You've survived a major plane crash. You can do the camel.
And there are always crazy things like that to learn in a movie set.
And how is riding a camel?
It's very scary at the beginning. I have nightmares about it. The first day I got on the camel, it was so big, and I'm good with horses, but it's a completely different world.
Well, it's a different motion, because their knees bend in a wibbly-wobbly way, don't they?
Wibbly-wobbly way?
Yeah.
What?
You do not know about the wibbly-wobbly way that the camel's knees bend?
No.
Say after me 3 times, wibbly-wobbly way.
Wibbly-wobbly way. Say, el perro de San Roque no tiene rabo porque Ramón Ramírez se lo ha cortado.
I think that means I have to go now in Spanish. Is that right? Hey, real pleasure to meet you. Thank you so much for coming on the show. What a charming and delightful guest. Ladies and gentlemen, Penelope Cruz.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Very nice. Thank you.
Wonderful. Let me see, what a charming guest. What a lovely guest.
He's so funny. He's funny.